So I have a client. He lives in Texas. He was in prison for 4.5 years. Totally changed his life around. Okay? So he was doing drugs, selling drugs, and out of shape. He was just a complete, dirtbag, right? Went to prison for 4.5 years, did his time, came out. Okay? He's out, and now he owns a trucking business. He owns a gym, which I helped him get going. Now he's an online coach, and he's fit. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't partake in weak vices like drinking, alcohol, gambling, selling drugs, all those weak behaviors. Okay? The thing is that because he's elevating now, he's really becoming a leader. He's becoming somebody. In his own hometown, he's getting a lot of blowback. He's getting a lot of hate and criticism. Why does that always happen? Whenever you guys elevate, you're going to get a lot of criticism. You want criticism. You want hate. The thing I want to remind you guys of is that it shouldn't matter, though, of the boos or the cheers. Just don't even worry about it. You have a mission. You have who you want to be and what you're called to do and be, and you have to live that out, okay? Don't even worry about anybody who says anything. But I want to let you know, like, in your hometown, there's a saying, right? Like, well, let me just say this real quick. In the Bible, like, Jesus did the least miracles. You want to know where? In his own hometown, because they knew his past. So in your own hometown, you're going to be honored less. So you could be a giant amongst men, thousands of miles away. People know you, being like, damn, you're helping me on Instagram. You're changing my life. I'm super inspired. And then at the local coffee shop, they're like, you think you're better. You think you're hot stuff now. What's up with you now? Why is that? What do you want to know why? It's because they know your history. They know who you were in the past. They knew when you sold drugs, when you did drugs, when you were fat, when you were out of shape, when you were a dirtbag, when you womanized. They knew the old version of you. And that's why it's so important you take the pen back and tell the world who you are. If you don't tell the world who you are, the world is going to tell you who you are, and it's left up to interpretation. Do you want to live that way? If you're a man, do you want to live that way, to just be left up to interpretation of, what if somebody's super insecure? They're going to make up a story out of their insecurities, out of their perception of you, and their lack within themselves of a lesser version of yourself. Because you help people make more money and they don't help anybody and they don't make any money, it's going to incite a lot of insecurity within them, and then they keep you low. And then you believe that, and then other people believe that. Fuck that shit. Hell no. It ain't going down like that. That's not how leaders really operate. So taking the pen back, starting out writing in your journal who you are meant to be, and what you are meant to do. What are the characteristics? What are the things that you have to do? That's super important. And then you live that out. For so long, I wrote on my mirror, like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. That freed me. That released a lot of tension and a lot of just anything that was holding me down. It helped me so much. And I write that from time to time if I ever feel that way kind of creeping up on me again. There's a story, Kobe Bryant. Obviously, you know Kobe Bryant. Everybody knows Kobe Bryant. I was like going on my Instagram and I saw one of those reels that pop up. Tracy McGrady, another all-star, talking about Kobe Bryant. And how Kobe, like, they would all go out after a game and they would all go, eat, drink, go party. And Kobe's like, why would I do that? Why would I? That's going against my mission. I'm here to be the best basketball player in the world. Why would I do that? And so a lot of the team members are coming back into the lobby at 4:00 in the morning, Kobe's coming out of the lobby, going to practice. He didn't care what anybody else thought. He wasn't trying to fit in with everybody else, and look what it got him. One of the best players in the freaking world ever. And one of the things that he would often say was, I'm better than Michael Jordan. What a statement to say, whether that was true or not, because I'm a Michael Jordan fan, but I love that Kobe Bryant said that. I love that he said, I'm better than Michael Jordan. And everybody's like, Tracy McGrady's like, say what? Like, damn. You have to teach people how to interact with you. You can't just like believe you're a certain way and then not train people to how to interact with you. You have to demand respect. You don't be an asshole. I'm not trying to get you to be an asshole. I'm saying you tell yourself who you are and you tell people how to approach you. There's no disrespect, either from you or them, but you definitely have to put your foot down and put your standards. Okay, so basically at the end of the day, there's two things that are happening. One, on your rise, you're either going to inspire or you're going to create insecurity with other people. And if people are insecure, it's going to be masked as criticism. Anybody who's insecure, they're going to be like, oh, you think you're better than me. You think you're better than everybody. That's just their own deficit. You're magnifying their own deficit within themselves, whether it's they're not in shape, they know they should stop drinking, they know they should be waking up early, they know they should be working out, they know they should be doing a lot of things, and you're putting their deficit on a magnifying glass. There's another side, though, to this. Oftentimes, your perception of their judgment is what's getting you in trouble. Nobody is actually judging you. They might look at you a certain way, or they might ask a question, and then you get all up in your head because you lack identity. You lack self-belief. Okay, so that's a big mistake also. Like, nobody was really tripping about it. Like, just own it. Own that you get up early. Own that you don't drink. Own that you go work out and you're fit. Own that you believe in yourself. Own it 100%. If you don't own it, then you're going to feel like, oh, is this good? Like, do you approve? You're always going to be seeking approval and validation. It's the worst way to live. You're living from an ego-based view of life. You just don't want to do that. So what do we have to do? I want you to start drawing lines, harder lines. I want you to really like declare who you are. So I do this. I don't do this. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I don't go to clubs. I work out. I'm 10% body fat year round. I make money. I help people. I don't care about what other people think. You see how like succinct and clear and straight, you can't get confused on what those are. That's how you should be. Once you start like putting those bold lines, then now you have structure. And then it's up to you whether you're going to be a beast or a bitch, right? Like, it's up to you to have courage at that point. Have courage to walk into that belief. All right?